Studying in the science department. So far the work is pretty hard, but the college lifestyle is great.
Kanade, you're in Ikeda's research group, right?
Yeah, that's right.
You're lucky. There are a lot of women in that group, huh?
Yeah, I'd say it's about half women, which is pretty unusual.
Nothing but guys where I am. And all with glasses and black hair.
The whole science department looks like that, actually. There are only 3 girls in our whole year. Well, I'm off to the lab. Bye!
See you later!
Our field is InfoSci, or Information and Computer Science. It looks at natural science,
The economy's in a recession.
social science,
I'm suddenly totally ripped.
and human science. We take all the information in the world and attempt to mathematically analyze it. In InfoSci, you're done with lecture halls in 3 years. Then, starting in your 4th year, everyone gets involved with a research group. You help them work on their project as well as write your own thesis. And here, in Ikeda's research lab, you'll find students overflowing with wisdom, working hard every day to excel in their research. Good morning, all! Huh? She is so not doing research. Seriously, Miss Ibarata? Were you up all night playing games again?
It's a limited event that only runs through today, and I fell asleep somehow. Now I gotta make up for it. I've gotta pull some gotchas, too.
You could at least scale it down to just 1 game. In the Ikeda lab, you can come in when you want and go home when you want. You can eat whatever food and snacks you want, too. Still, it is a shared space, so a certain degree of courtesy and cleanliness should be maintained. Okay. This place is a research lab, so it's our duty to take all the various problems in the world, conduct a mathematical analysis of them, and then explain them. It's a big job. That's why we spend every day researching.
And now, I, Yukimura Shinya, will begin my heart rate monitoring experiment.
Yukimura? Come closer. Unless you're afraid of being embarrassed by your heart rate rising.
Of course I'm not afraid of that. What I'm after is accuracy.
Yeah? So why are you backing away?
The experiment requires that I be mentally prepared.
Stop him, Kanade!
Yukimura! I'm so sorry. It was a reflex. I didn't mean to throw you down so hard. Are you okay, Yukimura? Please wake up!
Kanade must have a black belt in something.
What are you doing? Are you tying me up? What is the meaning of this, Kanade?
I'm only doing what Himuro told me. I'm sorry.
We had no choice. You were fleeing the experiment.
I wasn't fleeing anything. That was mental preparation to make sure that the conditions were close to normal. Hey, are you listening to me?
Let's see. In order to make a man's heart race, this'll work. Get close and stare into his eyes. Interesting. It says here that it's not just touching, but having him touch you is equally effective. In that case, Yukimura, you may touch me.
Where exactly?
My head, maybe?
I wonder if it'd be okay to go home now.
How about it, Yukimura? Any sensation of an elevated heart rate?
It's hard for me to say. How does she make her ponytail move like that? That should do it.
Wait. Let's give it another 10 minutes.
Is that much time necessary?
Nothing wrong with having a little more data, is there? You said so yourself, Yukimura.
Whatever you two are doing, it's weird. That's for sure.
Ibarata, no one asked for your opinion.
It's Ms. Ibarata. So, what are you working on here?
We were doing an experiment to measure the body's physical responses to being in love.
Himuro has fallen in love, it turns out, with our own Yukimura here.
That hasn't really been established yet.
Well...
That's why we were monitoring Yukimura's heart rate. Like this.
His heart rate's so high. Yours was high too, Himuro, but his is even higher.
What do those results indicate? It appears your heart was racing quite fast.
Well, I can explain that.
Tell me something, you guys. Did you run a control in your experiment?
If you mean a resting heart rate, yes, we measured it.
I'm not talking about that. I mean a person.
Just a sec. Can I ask a question? What do you mean by running a control?
Well, to explain it in simple terms. This is the objective of the experiment you are running. For accuracy, you need a second experiment without B in it, to use for comparison. That's what's called a control. Right now, you're comparing results to an experiment where A is doing nothing. This is called a negative control. It's used as a scientific control when no response is expected. However, in this case, comparison to a situation in which the other party is C is also necessary. Otherwise, you can't prove that the other party must be B.
That's true.
Amazing, Ibarata, as always.
But in the experiment you guys were performing, there's no way to tell if the given factors are actually affecting the final results because of the lack of a control. So the whole exercise is pretty pointless. On the other hand, it might be worthwhile at least at a reference level, which is why I think we ought to begin a new experiment. Let's find out why this man's heart is racing. Is it because of Himuro? Or is he just a scumbag and the kind of guy who gets excited by touching any woman?
I'm doing it.
Okay, so far so good, I guess. Why did I agree to be part of this? Oh, the way Yukimura's patting my head is surprisingly gentle.
More.
Stop that, Ibarata! Unhand me at once!
Huh? The results are almost the same.
Himuro, these results are...
I see, Yukimura. All women affect you the same.
That's not true!
Disgusting. You beast.
I'm telling you, it's not like that at all! I guess it's time for me to be honest. Whenever a woman gets close to me, I get so nervous my heart rate skyrockets. After all, I've lived my life with almost no interaction with women.
That's not something you want to brag about.
Pathetic.
Be quiet!
Just the same, you two have gone and picked a difficult field of research. The change in heart rate could be associated with love, but how do you prove that mutual love is the cause of it? Well, I'm sure you'll do your best. As you were, Himuro, Yukimura.
Look at this. It's a list of all the women I've been close to up to now.
Big deal. What does that prove?
It's evidence that I've never done this with anyone before.
I never said I thought you were lying about it.
Then what are you so angry about?
Angry? I am not.
Yes, you are.
Certainly not.
You certainly are.
Just leave it alone already.
You're not making any sense.
She throws the place into chaos and falls asleep. That's Ms. Ibarata for you. She's small, skilled, moody, and around here, she's the head honcho. When it comes to lunch, there are lots of different choices on campus. One of the most popular is the school cafeteria. Or, if you don't like that, you can buy lunch at one of the nearby convenience stores or lunch takeout places. I tend to use the convenience stores because that way I can also get snacks. There's also a refrigerator in the lab, but the only thing in there is alcohol. And down at the end of the hall on our floor, there's a shared kitchen, so you can even cook lunch for yourself if you want to. But not many people are interested in doing that. I'm wiped out. Honestly, none of those seniors show any mercy at all.
Read these at once, and then write a report on them.
I know I need to decide on a theme for my research as soon as possible, but I can't take any more English! Ah! Oh, man. Well, in that case, I guess I have no choice. I have to go out and pick up a few things at the store, Himuro. That's weird. Yukimura and Himuro are both gone. They were both here just a little while ago. I wonder why they left without saying anything. They're probably off doing another weird experiment. Huh? Huh?
All right. Now let's get cooking.
No, Yukimura. You can't start cooking dressed in such an outfit. And where did you happen to find that?
I borrowed it from the Sawamura lab.
It's impractical. Take it back.
This is the first time I've seen anyone use the kitchen. I wonder what they're cooking.
Yukimura, you can start sautéing the shirasu. I'll do the prep for the vegetables.
Wow, that looks so yummy. Is that what they're going to have for dinner?
All we need to do is to follow the recipe. We can do this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Add a pinch of salt? What's a pinch? I need the measurement rounded to 3 significant figures.
Excessive need for accuracy is one of the sad things about being a science type.
Significant figures! When science types cook, they always try to do things in a weirdly precise, exacting way. They just can't help themselves, Bear. Now then, let's look at significant figures, Bear. Of the phrases science types love, it's in the top 12. Well, approximately, Bear. Just imagine if this was how directions were written in your recipe book. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. I don't know about you, but if it were me, I'd burn a book like that in a frying pan until it was nothing but ashes, Bear. What a stupid piece of trash, Bear. Who wants to cook with 12-digit figures? It's beyond moronic. So, I've gone ahead and rounded those 12 figures down to just 3 figures, Bear. It's still got a lingering air of garbage to it, Bear, but it's a lot easier to understand now. In short, the number of digits in a significant figure is the number of digits that carry meaning. So, from tomorrow on, you can start using the term significant figures, Bear. Now you're a full-fledged science type too, Bear!
Apparently, a pinch equals 1/8 of a teaspoon. So 0.625 grams. Why couldn't they have just said that to start with?
Yukimura, precision is fine, but what's important about cooking is the affection you do it with.
The affection? It's not like you to be so unscientific. Are you saying that your feelings can result in better tasting food?
I guess it's something an uber novice cook like you wouldn't understand.
What'd you say?
According to my definition, there are 2 ways of injecting affection into cooking.
I know he likes spicy food, so I'm putting a little hot sauce on there.
Adjusting the recipe, affectionately changing the flavors. Love type number 1. This is practical love.
I'll arrange the dish nicely so it looks more delicious.
The flavor's the same, but this type of affection can influence the mind. Love type number 2. Psychological love.
Psychological love? Something like that could never make food taste better.
I'll demonstrate. Envision 2 dishes, both identical. Only now I'll introduce other factors which will make them taste completely different.
Here you go. I worked really hard on this, so I hope you'll at least give it a small taste.
This way. Or this way. Which dish would you like better now? I think it's obvious that dish A is much more appealing. Don't you agree?
I guess?
Hey! Don't use me in your demonstration without asking first!
Sorry, Kanade, I didn't know you were in the room.
But Himuro's assertions are still nothing more than random conjecture. How can one prove that the food has become more delicious? I read a report on this machine called a taste sensor over at KO University that can quantify flavors. We could compare the flavors of the dishes with that.
But there's no such thing as a correct flavor, and every individual has different preferences. Not only that, but with the test you're suggesting, we would have to use the subject's favorite foods as the average, calculate trends in preferred flavors, and then see which dish, A or B, came closest.
That would be very time-consuming and labor-intensive.
There's a much simpler way to figure this all out.
What?
Yeah?
Serve the two dishes, one with love and one without love, and make it a blind test. Then you have someone taste both to see which they like. Ha! Not very scientific though, right?
It's a highly inaccurate experiment, but it might be useful.
It's certainly simple enough. Let's try it.
For real? Wow, you are so good at that. I guess you must cook a lot, huh?
At least more than Yukimura, I suppose. I wonder if he'll be able to tell the difference or sense the love. Kanade, do you believe love makes food more delicious?
You want to know my opinion? That's a tough one. Yes, it definitely does. But how is it even possible to infuse food with love?
Well, first, there's the timing. When Yukimura gets wrapped up in his work, he always forgets to eat right, and he eats nothing but energy bars. Whereas I'd prefer to make him something nutritious and organic. Something that will give him natural, healthy energy.
That sounds wonderful. I just know that Yukimura will feel the love in that.
For a 23-year-old male of 177 centimeters and 63 kilograms, this is the necessary nutrition for 1 day. Divide that by 3 and then enhance the nutritional value of the eggs, milk, and butter. Augment that with a general vitamin supplement. Add some vegetable fiber. And then finish it off with a little plant-based liquid silica concentrate.
That looks a lot more like science than love.
There, it's done. Now, just to make absolutely certain...
What? What's wrong?
Impossible. How can this really be the most reliable method? The dish is ready. Eat, Yukimura.
Very well.
Now, tell me which one tastes better.
You can't be serious! The test is useless this way!
Don't make me ask you again. Which one tastes better?
This one! How could it be anything other than this one? But it has something like this written on it!
Correct. And now we've proven that affection makes food taste better.
Ah! Just watching this is embarrassing! Those two are just as energetically crazy as ever. Guess I'll read all these papers now. I never did go buy lunch.
Eat this, Kanade.
Huh? This is for me, Yukimura?
It contains eggs, shirasu, and spinach. Ingredients that help stimulate the brain. It is truly foolish to think you don't have to study very hard. Don't you ever become one of the idiots.
Huh.
Good luck with all your research.
Oh. Thank you both so very much. That's what it was. They were making this dish for me the whole time. No matter how you look at it, my seniors are kind of weird, but they make it so there's no way you can hate them for it. And now, I've got the energy to plow right through these papers.